Hey guys, before this begins, I want to say this was part of a live stream I did that I cut off of just to make it one video. So if you want, you can watch the live stream of this, which will probably be in the comments or check my page. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video. So yeah, let's talk the Lsu Spring Game. This was the first time we have seen LSU under Brian Kelly live, and it was a very interesting, game. You know, somewhat like a pro day type. The Pro Bowl in a lot of ways. Defense. Starts off good, had some sacks, got tired. What you expect in spring. The lead tacklers were safeties, so a very interesting stat right there, honestly, to take note of. But we need to talk offense, right? And the quarterbacks, right? This game, some thought was gonna tell you which quarterback is quarterback one, right? Who is leading this, room, right? It did not do that at all. It was a very competitive. You see why Brian Kelly and everybody else is not naming a starter right now. Every quarterback threw a touchdown, plus I think Jane Daniels rushed one in as well. Well, all QBs did throw a touchdown, and were some interesting things. First off, the improvement from Garrett Nussmeier. You expect this from a freshman quarterback, right? From a freshman to now, you expect improvement, and Nussmeier has shown that. He was probably the best quarterback on the field. I will not lie to you guys. Miles Brennan still has his arm, which is a good plus, He does look healthy, and that is always a positive with Miles Brennan with his health. He always has that problem with it. Then there is Jane Daniels. He did struggle, I will not lie. And that was probably because most of his reps were when the defense wasn't tired. That is something you need to know with Jane Daniels. Most of his yards, I think, came from one rainbow moonshot pass, whatever you want to call it. But what makes him different from the rest, and probably more similar to Nussmeier, is the legs, right? He can move. He almost made a big old rushing touchdown, but, they marked him down, and it didn't happen. And with Walker Howard, right, he's a red shirt. I don't put him in this quarterback competition unless something drastic happens. So I'm taking him out of that as a three-man race. And something has to change by May 1st, right? That's the last day you can transfer and play this year, right? So I expect one of these quarterbacks to make a decision, right? Maybe Jaden or Nuss is going to be that. Who knows? It may even be Miles. Who knows, really? But there's one point I had to make here. I said this, right? I think the order of quarterbacks that played was Jaden, Nuss, and then Miles. I think that was the order that I have written down here. And that goes in line with the units. First team, second team, third team. And then there was a sprinkle of Walker Howard in there. So if that probably I don't know if that answers the question of who is currently leading, but that is what Brian Kelly had marked down. So let's talk about everything else here. Right receivers, still a great group. I think Keishawn Butte didn't play due to injury. I think, but he shouldn't have played anyway, even if he was healthy. But Jack Besh, most reliable pass catcher on this team that isn't Keishawn. Maybe he is the best. Who knows? That's a conversation for another video. Everyone else looked great, so I expect good things from this group, honestly. I also expect good things from this running back room in the run game. The best thing I can say about this group, right, is it looked like a peak Les Miles run game. So if you're a fan of that and how all running backs operate in that type of running game, you will love this run game. Oh, and I do want to make one point. I may even make a video about this. Freshman left tackle Will Campbell is a stud. You don't expect freshman tackles to come in and play against SEC but he's doing that, and he makes the line better for being able to do that. So that is a great thing, and I will probably go more in topic about that at a later date. But that's all I have on this spring game, and if you want to discuss it, let's do that if there is anything to discuss here. Which honestly doesn't seem like it, but hey. And plus, I don't. Spring games are some of the weirdest thing. People say the Pro Bowls are boring. Spring games are probably more boring a bit. The only reason I'm talking about it is because of the quarterback competition. And just basically, the only thing I needed to watch was who was on the first team, who was on the second team, who was on the third team, and how they sprinkled in Walker Howard. Because if Walker Howard was more sprinkled in than one of the other three, I would have been more interested in that. But there was like a point in which he didn't even come into the game. That second half. Plus, the defense was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie, that defense is probably gonna be some trouble once they get conditioned right for us to see play. But yeah. So that seems this is it for my experiment today of this live stream. I do hope you enjoyed this if you're watching now live or at a later date. And if you did, why not subscribe, right? That helps me out big. We're at 44 subscribers on the road to all those benchmarks, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, even to 100, right? And you don't feel like that, give this live stream a like. That helps as well. And as well, leave a comment. That's probably the best way for me to get feedback on what to improve, especially with something like a live stream. So, honestly, don't know the next time we'll be talking. Probably around the draft, day 2 or day 1, unless because they may trade Deebo Samuel. And yeah, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.